Go.
Mom. Dad. Juliet. Neve. Hey everybody, and welcome back. We have officially tied. Are we tied right now with our record, or we won off our record?
I think this is week 9.
No, we're tied the record.
We're tied?
We've
okay,
tied
so we've
10
got
weeks
to do
straight.
one next week.
Holy, this is actually crazy when you think of how long we've been doing this. We've gone twice to 8 weeks, and then we went 10 weeks was a record, and now we're at 10 weeks again. So good job to us. Congratulations.
Pat on the back.
Woo, welcome back, everybody.
We're also, I believe, aren't we on episode 69
Yes,
of your
we
pod? like of Rain City. This is episode 69
Episode
right now.
69, yeah. I mean, I had ideas for what we could do for the pod, but I think they'd get taken off the Spotify. Yeah, it would have been... there would have been a lot left to the imagination on the pod. 2 hours later.
Sick pod. 2 hours? Okay, don't go. Don't flatter yourself, babe. Anyway.
So we have some exciting new things going on the pod today. You can't see it, but we are actually, for the first time in the history of the podcast, that we're actually a podcast.
We're armed. We're armed and dangerous.
You could say that, or you could say
we got arms for our mics.
Yeah, that's what made, yeah. So Neve for my birthday got us arm poles for our mics, or arm things, extensions.
Well, when it said pole, I thought it was a stripper pole, but
you got 2 of them.
Yeah, well, double up.
Yeah, it's actually, I'm interested to see what it does. It already makes it more convenient because the mic is right in front of our mouths instead of us having to like be talking into a mic. It's like we're talking to each other with a mic in between us, which is cool.
And I feel like as well, it just like the sound won't cut it out as much because we won't be moving it and whatever. So I'm hoping that enhances the experience. I can already feel from our end it's at least more convenient, so that's cool. Gosh, it's been a lot happened since we were last podding. Hey? It was your birthday.
Yeah, well, let's I mean, my birthday was great. I guess we'll start with my birthday.
Start with
the good stuff. Yeah, it was my birthday on Wednesday, so yesterday. I'm trying to think. I woke up, went to work, got a massage, and it was a really good one because my legs have just been dying.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was cute. You and Juliet were both super passed out, so I didn't wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't wake us up.
Well, no, you guys are such cute little bugs, especially together. I wish that if we had video, I would for sure have some pictures of the two of you.
Slideshow, a little
super
slideshow.
Cute sleeping pics together.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyhow, I go to work, get my massage, and then I came home and I walked Neve, which is always a good time. But it was wet as hell outside, as usual.
Yeah, it was moist.
It was a moist one. And then I get home, and I get my Christmas.
Christmas present?
I finally get my Christmas present. I get my birthday gifts, which was 2 mic pole arms and a blow dryer.
Yeah, and I gave you your other present.
Right, yes.
A while ago as well.
Neve got me a nice watch too, because analog watch. Is that right? Is that what it's called when it's just got a face on it? An analog watch?
I think so.
Just like a real watch, because I wanted a non-digital watch to start wearing. We do have to get those links this weekend fixed.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So yeah, that was amazing. And then I think it's hilarious. So I want to say since I was like 20 or 21, I've had that shitty blow dryer.
That blow dryer is like nightmare material. I know when I'm like waking up and I'm so groggy and I just hear, and I'm like, fuck's sake, Derek.
Yeah, like this thing I stole from a hotel room.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like
you can tell.
Yeah, it wasn't even a hotel room. It was like a motel, like for sure a motel. and it sucks. Like, you turn it on, the low setting just sucks, period. And then the high setting, it like turns on and off.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
So sometimes it'll be low when it's on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't even know that there was a world where that kind of blow dryer existed.
What, your blow dryer or the one I got you?
Yeah, the one you got me.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's a nice one. I don't even think it's like a super nice one, is it?
It's not like a crazy one, like a Dyson or anything.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
but
You
it's
can get like crazy, like $400.
Yeah, but it's like a nice
dryers.
one, but it's not like crazy.
No.
And I'm just blown away by how much better the experience is.
Yeah.
Like, my hair today, first off.
You used it this morning?
I used it this morning. First off, it dried my hair from wet, which that old blow dryer never could do.
Yeah, no shit.
I had no chance at doing that. It was impossible. And then on top of that, the power of it, the silence of it, the way it actually made it so I could sculpt my hair. Like, I'm super excited for as I grow my hair out.
Yeah.
To just use that. Yeah, it's just gonna make, I don't know, it's just cool. It's always weird. Like, so when I used to get my hair cut, I used to just get the same cut every time, and I would just put gel in it. I'd never like blow dried it. I never try and style it, like do all those things. And as you like learn more, you like get it. And so I'm just excited to like be able to style my hair more because I have
that's partly why I got it for you as well, is because I know you're trying to grow your hair out, and you keep like there's this tuft that isn't anything, but you notice it so much, and I'm like, well, if I get you this and you learn to like hairspray and blow dry it properly, then that won't even bother you because you won't be able to see it at all.
I won't hairspray it, to be honest.
Why?
Because I just don't believe in hairspray.
What's the difference between hairspray and gel?
Well, hairspray was made by Satan. Gel is made by a company.
No, honestly, like the hairspray I got, it's not like a super thick hairspray. It's not gonna make your hair look like sticks. You know, like it's a light mist, and when you cold dry with hairspray, it like sticks it in place.
Well, we'll have to look into that one of these days off air.
Okay, I'll just do your hair for you.
So yeah, and then then day goes on, hang out with JJ. She's just always cute, especially she says all these funny little words now.
Yeah.
And then my mom came over and gave me a whack load of books.
Yeah.
So that was sick. And that's like, I have a huge book list. And so
we're going to have to get another bookshelf.
I know.
Like our bookshelf does not any longer fit all the books.
I know. But luckily the thing is I have enough books right now. I don't need to get any more for a bit. Yeah. But I will eventually. So we do need another bookshelf. Yeah. But so anyhow, yeah, my mom brought those over. And then you made, those pot pies. Oh,
those are so good.
Yeah, like
I was actually so stoked.
I'm not gonna lie, like those pot pies are A1. I'm a pot pie guy.
I'm a pot pie guy.
I'm a pot pie guy. I like my pot pie. Give me some more pot pie.
Okay, too much.
Always. Yeah, but okay, the crust. I know you got the store-bought crust. Yeah. But you still prepared it properly. Like it doesn't always turn out that good when you do the crust.
I was honestly shook that it turned out that good because I kind of like, I don't know, I take a very like wing it approach when I'm cooking. Yeah. So that was very wing it. Like they did not look good when I put them in the pan. I just like folded it over and I was like,
the crust. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I folded over the crust and I was just like, because when you fold pastry, it's not going to cook all the way through. And I was like, fuck, this pastry's going to be soggy and like it's going to suck. But it was so good. Yeah. I was like, I was honestly quite shocked at how good it was.
Just for the record, I like that. Like, I know it's not the best. Like, you don't want a huge soggy pastry. Yeah. But if there's a little pocket that's soggy,
underdone,
it's good. It's good. For people in the chat, we need more comments from our viewers. That's a huge thing. Is we are lacking comments. Quite a few times it might just be me commenting. And so please just leave some comments on anything. Please like and subscribe. No, well, I'd assume you're probably subscribed because there's no other way you're here. But yeah, like and subscribe. There's no like. Give us a 5-star rating, and leave some comments on anything. Like genuinely, I'd like to hear what people think. Yeah. Do you like the soggy part, or do you like your pie crust to be crisp always?
Yeah, that's a good question. If I'll tell you what, if we get one comment, I'll post the recipe.
Wow. Okay, we're not even done talking about these pot pies though. That was just the crust.
That was just the crust.
The thing was, the crust was really good, but we're not sitting here talking about these pot pies because the crust was really good.
I'll tell you what, the gravy was fucking sexy.
That's what made it so good.
Yeah, that was like cray in a good way.
When you came over, okay, me and Juliet were eating Turkish Delight. So you were like, have this gravy, and I didn't really understand what like it was for. Yeah. Like I knew you were making pot pie, but it didn't register. Yeah. So I had it, but I had literally just swallowed Turkish Delight, so it had this weird like salty for sweet. That's all I could taste. And I was like, I don't know if Juliet's gonna like it because same reason. Yeah. So you gave it to us. I was like, okay, and you were like, it's better than KFC's gravy. And then I was like, I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
It's better than KFC's gravy.
Like, but it was so funny because I had like a little piece of my finger for Derek and Juliet to taste. And I didn't realize you were eating Turkish Delight, or I probably wouldn't have bought the gravy at that time. But I was like, you guys taste this. And then I gave a bit to Derek. I gave a bit to Juliet. I was like, Juliet, do you like that? And she just looks at me and she goes, no. I'm like, cool. Thanks. Like, your kids are really your harshest critics.
Yeah, it is. She's blunt.
Oh, she doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, like, and you know what's fucked? She's a baby, but I think she knows what she's doing. It's not a...
no, she knows.
She knows. She knows yeah. She broke mom's heart with that no. Yeah, so that was incredible. And, like, quite frankly, you know what? If you leave a comment, Neve and I will have you over for a pie.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a pie night.
We'll do a pie night because they're that freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, okay, then this birthday gets even wilder. So then the day ends, my birthday's over. Mm-hmm. See, if we had a soundboard, I could have made that sound preloaded in. So anyhow, in the future, we're upgrading this podcast. So anyhow, today I get home from work, 12-hour day, happy to be done my work week, happy to not have to massage people. Happy to see my family. My baby was asleep, but I'm just happy she's there. Happy to see my girl, my dog. Oh, there's another gift.
Oh, wait.
What? Well, this one's coming straight from Julie in England. And guess what it is? Comment it.
Comment.
Leave it in the comments. If you think
leave a comment next week, we might tell you no. If we remember.
It's a Liverpool Red motherfucking Yeti cooler.
I knew you were gonna be so stoked on that.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly,
24 beer cooler case.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's crazy.
It's really nice.
Honestly, I'm fucking the biggest gangster in all North Van. Fuck these bitches, all these poor people.
Dude, that'll last for so long as well.
That'll last us forever, literally. Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, when we go to like Juliet's soccer games and we just like rock up with a Yeti cooler?
Oh, I can't.
We'll be the coolest fucking parents.
Okay, can you also picture this? Nuclear bomb goes off.
Put a Yeti on your head.
You, me, and Juliet, our baby.
Yeah.
We all get in the cooler together.
Yeah,
close the lid. And Nuo. Close the lid. Stay there for 30 days. Nuclear fallout happens. We get out after. New world. Thanks, Yeti. You did it again. Saved another family from nuclear fallout.
Yeti, please sponsor us.
That's actually time to talk about our unofficial sponsor this week. Yeti coolers. Is your family fearing nuclear fallout? Get a Yeti.
I don't stick to just the coolers. Don't sleep on like the other stuff they do, because Yeti do some pretty sweet stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're worried about nuclear fallout and you're gonna be in your Yeti cooler, I would highly recommend using the Yeti mugs because they keep your drinks fresh the longest, even in nuclear fallout.
Drinks.
Nuclear
Yeti, drinks.
Yeti.
I'll take a Jaeger bomb.
Yeti, saving the people.
Saving the people
since 2015. And back to the show. Hey everybody, what's up?
I like you do your own sound effects.
Okay, well, what
Straight
if I
from the mouth?
Yeah, but what if I did them into a soundboard so that's like
different.
No, because then it could be that over and over again.
But I need it straight from the mouth in the moment.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Maybe I'll still do them, but I'll just have a soundboard. So I'll pretend to push a button and be like, beep pop, beep pop. So yeah, I want to take you back. So that was yesterday.
That was today. You got the Yeti.
Well, yeah. Yes, so yeah, that was moments
yeah.
before this started recording. I'm gonna take you back. Mm-hmm. Yo, Derek, happy birthday, you're a pimp. A little farther back. That'll be 3:33 for your drink and a pop, sir. Farther than that, we're back. It's Saturday morning, and it's the big game. We went back in time. That's what I was doing there.
Yo, you just spun me out for like a whole second there. I was like, what is this guy doing?
We went back.
Thanks. Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah. So
morning of the big game.
Morning of the big game.
Picture it.
Me, bloodied and wounded
from from what?
From having to do a night shift at the yard. Just digging holes because no one had been digging holes in a while, and I had to do it before the big game. No, so we had our final, as we talked about last week, and we lost in shootout. First off...
that sucks.
First off, I just wanted to talk about Joach for a second.
Shout out to Joach.
Joach, I'm proud of you for stepping up and being a man. When the shootout was happening. Mm-hmm. So this is... I'm not going to harp on this for too long. I just want to go through it. Yeah. Okay. So like... I'm the captain of our team. I'm the co-captain of our team. And I basically, for most of the teams I end up being on, I end up being the captain. Mm. And when I do, inevitably, if there's a shootout, you kind of have to take one. Yeah. Especially if no one wants to shoot.
Well, yeah.
So what I do, it's part of the thing, right? So what I usually do is I ask who wants to shoot, and then I fill the slots. I don't go, I'll shoot. So literally right away, I'm like, who's shooting? And I knew Jamie was going to shoot. I knew Whittle was going to shoot, and I knew Joach was going to shoot.
Yeah.
No one else said a word. And then I was like, okay, I'll shoot. And then I can't remember who our other shooter was.
Guy with longer hair.
Was it Jacob? No, it wasn't Jacob.
Yeah.
Okay, anyhow.
I don't know.
No one wanted to shoot. Mm-hmm. And that's how I ended up shooting. And so I went first, and I had to beat my fears because the last 2 penalties I've taken in cup games I've missed. And I've done the same thing. And so all year, all I've said, that shot I took, which was low bottom right, like hard as I could. I've literally practiced that the whole year, and I just decided I'm going to live and die on that. So I stepped up first, and I was proud of myself because I could have gone anywhere. Yeah. But I was like, no, I'm going to lead with confidence and like show how, like do it.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I scored, and it was like my goal was a good one. It was low, hard. It wasn't perfect, but it was like, you're not saving it. And so it was like a good like momentum getter. And then Joach, unfortunately, on the 4th shot, stepped up and he got saved. And the thing I'll say is, Joey all year practiced the most penalties. All of us practice at the end. He practices all year, every year.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, pens is just guesswork. And it's if the goalie guesses where you're going to go. It's literally down to chance at this, like, at shootouts. You can't really be like, oh, that pen won us or lost us anything, because it's literally chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to work and practice at it, but if on the day the goalie decides to jump that way, like, that's
what I mean is, like, Joey legitimately practiced them so much, and I bank on him. Like, I'm like, yeah, Joey's a good penalty taker. So it's just unfortunate. So yeah, that sucked, but it makes us, I think it might harden us and make it so that we're more hungry next year, which I'm excited for, because I think we can do the double. So anyhow, that happened. I want to move on from it. I just want to say, Joey, I'm proud of you for stepping up and being a man and taking one for the team. Don't hang your head. We'll get him next year, buddy. So yeah, let's move on. How's your week?
My week?
Yeah.
So we came and watched your game on Saturday. Me and Juliet, which was super fun. But super wet also. So like wet. It was shitting rain.
Yeah.
Like so hard. But I was just kind of like chasing around after Juliet because she's just moving now. But she was like kicking the ball and stuff. And then when you scored your pen, I lifted her up like Simba. And she was going, da-da, da-da, da-da. And I was like, yeah, go da-da. But then like, I think the next person stepped up for the pen and she was like, da-da. And I'm like, no. Not that one. But she gets really confused because she knows your soccer shirt. And then she thinks that everyone in the soccer shirt is you.
Yeah, I mean,
well, not everyone, but like
I can understand,
like, from far away.
Yeah,
and she's like cheering for you, and I'm like,
and how cute is it that she puts my jersey on before I go every time?
Yeah, and
now?
We've taught her to kiss the badge.
Yeah,
now,
she
too.
kisses the badge.
But there was one time, it wasn't this game, but I think it was the last game we watched, and I brought her over to you after the game, or like it was halfway.
Halftime.
Yeah. I was like halfway through the game. And I brought her over to say hi to you, and she thought Jamie was you.
I mean,
but I get it because like
me and Jamie, like we obviously like side by side don't look the same, but we look similar. Like we're similar profile.
And
like,
she
white dude.
Roger was holding her.
Yeah. And
she literally like jumped into Jamie's arms, and then she kind of like went back and looked, and she was like, wait a second. He's like, this isn't my dad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, we always have a fun time like coming to see your games.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. You know, when I was Jamie, so on Sunday we had our indoor, and Jamie had Haydo, and so Hayden was on the bench, and he would climb up. Our indoor is at 8 rinks, so it's in the ice rink, but it's the turf, so like he was on our bench and he'd like climb up the boards when Jamie was on, and Jamie went and he scored a goal and he was like, yeah, Dad, nice goal. And then great shot, Dad. And then Jamie's like got a heavy shot, right?
Yeah.
So Jamie, he every game, even if he doesn't score, he'll still like hit like 2 or 3 that are just bombs.
Yeah.
And he hated when he'd hit those. He'd be like, great shot, Dad.
And then so cute.
Yeah, and so like that, it was so cute.
Yeah.
But then even cuter was after the game, Jamie messaged our group chat for the team and was like, hey guys, just wanted to say that was really fun. Even though we lost, that was honestly probably one of the best feelings, having Hayden cheer like that. And so that was so awesome. Yeah, and that made me happy for him.
Yeah, he was like yelling when we were at the game as well, and we were all just getting so hyped. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that has got to be one of the best feelings, is to have your kid cheering you on.
Yeah. One thing I was choked about when we did the double last year, we had the double trophies. I didn't get any pictures with Juliet.
Yeah.
But she also was too small. Like, because Adam had Kira, and Kira was like...
The pictures of Adam and Kira are so cute.
So that's why we have to win some more trophies so I can. But yeah, that I feel like that must be the funnest thing, having them cheer for you like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, JJ will do that soon.
Well, yeah, I think... She already is like, go dada, go dada, go dada. So I think Summer League especially, because that'll be so sweet. But then also when you start your next Winter League, she'll be 2.
Yeah, and it's weird because like you're saying, like within a year or two, there's going to be a lot more little kids around.
Oh, 100%. 100% there is. Like, we know so many people that are just, like, edging.
Are Armand and Rachel going to have kids?
I feel like they'll have
They must.
kids, like, fairly soon.
And then I know for a fact Jack and Ola will. And yes, Jack, unfortunately, 100%. I think is retiring from the team.
I mean, that really sucks. Like, it always sucks to lose such a strong member.
But yeah.
But at the same time, like, sometimes you got to...
I don't think it's like if he wanted to stay on, I'd be like that. I'm not gonna stop you, but it's not worth it. Like it's
dude, he's getting married.
Yeah, and like he can still come out and be a part of the team. Like 100%. Look, Roger shows up all the time. Still, Alex does. Like it's
like he can always like hang in the stands with like us and Juliet, and like him and Ola can come and watch, and it'll be a fun thing to do.
Like I wouldn't mind, to be honest, if Jack didn't. If Jack didn't play, just like making a management of some kind, because he actually the thing with Jack is he actually knows a lot about soccer. Like I know a lot about soccer in the sense of like playing the game and stuff like that, and I know tactics and stuff, but Jack, like if you actually start talking to him about the tactical side of soccer, he knows so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd be a smart person to put on management.
Yeah. That's a good thought. It's just a good time. I don't know. It's just, I love playing soccer. I actually just fear for what'll happen when I can't play anymore, but I plan to play till I'm like 65. So got a long time still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can play for, you'll be able to play for so long.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just a fun thing a community to be a part of.
Yeah.
'Cause like, let's say we don't go to soccer. Basically the only people we see is our like really close friends, which is in a way like obviously never bad. So I don't want to like be like, oh, we just see our good friends, but it's cool to see people that you like but aren't like your best friends, because you have different conversations and different little relationships with them. So that was a cute little thing to see you too. Anyhow, sorry, you were talking about how soccer was, and I talked about Hayden doing his little thing. No,
that's okay. I was just saying it was really nice to come out and see you.
Yeah.
I do feel bad though, because so in the morning of that Saturday, we all baked brownies together.
Yeah, right.
And I said to Derek, I like was joking around, and I was like, oh, you can take these brownies and give them out at your team party. I was like, but you can only have them if you win. And then I was still going to give you the brownies, but you forgot them. You left them on the table.
No, I got them out for you to take. So I didn't bring them.
I know. That's such a lie. You forgot them on the table.
I'm not going to lie. This is super selfish of me. I didn't forget them. I didn't want to bring them because I wanted to eat more of them. I'm dead serious.
Well, then I had to take them into work and explain that you didn't earn them, so you didn't get them.
Well, I mean, that's fine, because I was greedy. I would have, let's say we had won.
Yeah, you're being greedy.
Let's say we had won.
Probably still
I still wouldn't have brought them. It wasn't like they were like losers. I was like, I'm going to eat myself to death. I was just like, I'm going to eat myself to death. Those were really good. I know they were double the butter.
Double butter.
But I'm, I guess, a fan of double butter.
Yeah, they were just like super stodgy. I think it would have been better with like not necessarily the right amount of butter, like a little bit more, but not double, you know. It was just a bit excessive.
See, for me, I kind of disagree with that. Like, because I'm picturing the less butter as it's more like truly a brownie. Mm-hmm. I don't think I would have liked that as much.
Really? You like that more?
Yeah.
It was like a brownie bar almost, you know?
Yeah. That being said, I don't think you should make it again soon, because it was a lot of butter and sugar. Like it was the part of the reason that when you were like, I'm taking it to work, I was tempted to say no, and I was like, no, Derek, you can't.
Yeah, it's probably
you can't eat half a stick of butter and all that sugar.
The funny thing is I took them into work, and Kanan, the accountant I work with, he ate like nearly the whole
of course
thing, and then he came in the next day. He was like, Yeah, I had real bad, like, heartburn last night, and I just felt really bad, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. You probably ate, like, a block of butter.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, that's what you probably did.
Yeah.
And then
you would have done the same if they were here.
Yeah, that's what's fucked about watching. Okay, banana bread over, you know how everyone was baking over COVID? Mm-hmm. The only thing I baked was banana bread, and I only did it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, fuck baking. I'll just work out instead. And
I mean, yeah, that doesn't surprise
me.
Yeah,
right. They're like, I'm like sitting there and it's like, take 2 bananas. And it's like, all right, 2 bananas. And then it's like, measure out 1 cup of sugar. And right then I was like, fuck that. I'm going to go do some chin-ups. But when you bake, you instantly are like, holy fuck. Baking is literally flour, sugar, and eggs and butter.
Well, yeah, and it's that, and it's all just different combinations of that. But the thing is as well, like, to bake well, you have to have all that crazy shit in and get it, like, perfect. Because baking is, like, it's chemistry. That's literally what baking is.
Yeah.
It's just, like, measuring out stuff and combining it together so it makes the perfect, like, consistency, and then baking it at the right temp. Like, you have to get so many things, like, dead on for baking to turn out well.
Do you think Einstein was a good baker?
Probably, but he wasn't a chemist, he was a physicist.
Yeah, but if you're a physicist of his caliber, you could do some chemistry.
Well, I would assume so. Yeah.
Who would you rather have, comment below, who would you rather have your food cooked by? Edison?
Or Derek?
Einstein? Or Stalin? I don't know, I had to throw it out. Because maybe his corruption makes for really good cookies or something.
Corrupt cookies.
He's like, I'm a dictator, and my number one thing is dictator. We must make the perfect cookie. That's why everyone hated him, because he was trying to make peace via cookie.
If Stalin was a type of cookie, what type of cookie would he be?
If Stalin was a cookie,
I already have the perfect answer.
Is borscht Russian or Ukrainian?
Borscht?
Yeah, what's borscht?
I don't know. You Polish. Said it. What is
or is it German? I don't know. I'm just trying to think. They'd be a whack cookie. Like, what's a Russian food?
Bear?
Bear is an animal / meat. Okay, I guess that counts as food.
I don't know Russian.
Okay, you know those little Russian dolls?
Yeah.
One of those on a cookie. That's what Russia is.
Oh, I was gonna say a Garibaldi biscuit.
What the fuck is that? What's a Garibaldi biscuit?
Garibaldi?
Never heard of it.
You don't know what a Garibaldi biscuit is?
No. Does anyone? Comment below.
So, honestly, in North America, you guys don't have, like, proper biscuits. No offense. But you guys...
Okay, whoa. The pause there was like you were expecting me to come back at you like yo, what'd you say about biscuits? Okay.
No, but here's the thing. You guys call biscuits cookies. Like, everything that's a biscuit is a cookie. But that's because you have biscuits, which are like savory scones.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just like different words for different things. So you guys don't have biscuits, you have cookies, right?
Okay, yes. But, so wait, what's a biscuit to you? Is that what we call a cookie?
Not, like, we still call cookies, but cookies are like chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
Biscuits are anything like rich teas, hobnobs, custard creams, bourbons, like tea and biscuits.
Is a shortbread a biscuit?
Well, that's shortbread. That's a different thing.
Oh,
but like this is
what am I thinking? I'm sorry.
This is
I was offside.
This is such a like English classic thing. Those tea and biscuits. Like, if you have the builders round, you'll make builders tea and you'll put out like a plate of biscuits, all different biscuits. right? It's like you biscuits.
I'm just trying to think. So like my biscuit to me is like you go to Popeyes and you get like the gravy or like
not at all what I'm talking
but
about.
That's what I know. But that's what we refer to as a biscuit. Yes. That you know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure we're on the same page with that.
And,
so I'm just trying to picture like I get it. So like you have a chocolate chip cookie, but like would a biscuit be like a Oreo?
No.
That's a cookie.
That's a cookie. Yeah. I can. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. The biscuit is like a quintessentially British thing, and we have so many different types. And honestly, like, you know how you have a craving for like candy?
I don't have
like,
no.
No.
No,
like,
you have a craving for candy.
You have a candy tooth, like your sour candies. To me, when I was at university, I could eat like a whole packet of biscuits. Like a whole tube of biscuits. Like, biscuits are just the fucking best. And it's good that you don't have them here because now I don't eat them.
Yeah, it's the best way to become unaddicted to shit.
You just can't get it. You just can't get it. But
I do more crack, but I can't find no crack.
Like, if we go to the British Butchers or something, I'll pick up a pack of hobnobs, and hobnobs are just like.
See, I've heard of hobnobs,
shit.
but I have no clue.
You've
what
never
they
tasted
are.
a hobnob?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck, we're going to the British Butcher, and I'm getting us a packet of hobnobs.
Sweet, I'm down for that.
Chocolate covered hobnobs.
Sweet.
And also, what we used to do in university is you can get chocolate covered rich tea biscuits, and rich tea are like arrowroot. You know arrowroot biscuits for kids here. They're kind of like the same thing, but they're chocolate covered.
Oh,
and
that'd
you put
be
a marshmallow
so good.
in between, and it's like a s'more.
That'd be so good.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
Baby arrowroot bars biscuits are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how England has biscuits and all this like stuff that should be our culture here because we're all multicultural, but we don't have like, for example, like
right?
like, you know, it's like, oh, we're all accepting. I don't accept your biscuits.
Wow.
My biscuit is the only biscuit.
That's so funny though. You're so right. It's like here you can get some of the best sushi ever in like Vancouver, especially. Like you can get some of the best fucking sushi, but you can't get a fucking biscuit. Like, what's that about?
Well, it makes sense though.
What's that about,
well,
guys?
Japan, I'm assuming Japan's closer to here than England is.
I think they're about equidistant, as like kind of similar.
No, it's the
Japan's maybe slightly closer
because it's the Pacific Ocean versus the Pacific Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean and Canada. I'm talking about here, Vancouver, not Canada.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that it struck me. I didn't realize what that meant, like the whole like why like the Japanese influence here. I didn't really fully make sense to me until going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But it does. I'm like, oh, of course. Like as the world opened up, naturally people are gonna immigrate to places that are closer to them, and it's so far away, but it's closer for them, right? Yeah, I don't know. I do like a good like North American. I'd call it American more than Canadian North American, but like biscuit and gravy. I love it.
Yeah.
But I also think it's a really weird thing. Like to get it, say for example, at like you go to a restaurant and they have a biscuit and gravy there. I get that because it's like a restaurant thing. But like, is that a thing that people actually make and eat at home?
I've been to like the south of the States. When I was in college, we did an exchange to Jackson, Mississippi.
That's cool.
Where we like had a sister college there, and we like went and visited, and then they visited us, and it was a really good time. But I will say this, you know, they say that like the southern states are super like they're all about hospitality. So true.
That's awesome.
So true. From what I experienced, I met this family one time in Jackson, Mississippi, stayed at their beautiful lake house. Like, this place was stunning. And they were just so hospitable. They like bought us little slippers. They made us like we were like 17 at the time. They were like, here, have these chocolate martinis and fuzzy slippers and we'll all just have girls night. And I'm like, this is the first time met this family, and I kept in contact with them ever since. And I have no doubt now that if I went back to Mississippi, they would be like, come and stay with us. And
we should go to Mississippi.
100%. But they were just so awesome. And then from there as well, we also tripped out to New Orleans, and like down there is just like the best. But this chick whose place we were staying in, she made us biscuits, gravy, and grits for breakfast.
What's grits?
Grits is like this really weird thing. I've only had it on that one trip, and I've never had it again since, and I like had the assumption that it was just gonna be really gross, but it's like porridge, not. Right? It's kind of like, it's like a spiced gritty porridge, savory, but it's like, I don't know what it is, but it's so good.
I mean, I'd for sure try
it done properly, like in the South, like whatever she did to cook it was fucking awesome.
Is it like soupy, or is it more like thicker?
No, it's like a thicker oatmeal. You know, like a little bit runny, but not really. I don't know what it is, man, but it was like cheesy and gritsy, and then they had this like super savory gravy and biscuits, and it was just so fucking good. And sausage. There was sausage on there.
Yeah. Okay. So were you in I know you said you went to New Orleans, but like, were you in a small town where you were doing your exchange?
We were in Jacksonville. No, Jackson, Mississippi.
So is that a bit? I don't know. Is that
a? Bruno Mars says it in one of his songs.
It's pretty big.
You know. He's like
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Jackson. So it's okay. Somewhere Bruno Mars knows. Well, because
I just wonder sometimes, like one thing I don't really understand. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, I'm from Vancouver, but it also happened to me when I lived in Kitimat. Mm-hmm. Was like, hospitality wise, I don't get the idea of people just inviting you into their home and being like so kind.
Yeah.
But I guess that happens everywhere.
I think that happens in a lot more places than you think. Like England was very like that. Like you would be like, have people over for dinner parties and like big like neighborhood barbecues, and
I mean that stuff happens here. Like there's block parties. We had a block party here. We just didn't attend it.
Yeah, because you didn't want to go socialize.
Yeah, I know. That's not on me. It's not on me. They didn't. Okay, so I was expecting there's like a thing like, oh, there's a block party. I was expecting the people to bring our board and be, come on out, please. You guys would be so fun to have here, and they didn't. Like, I'm not just gonna show up. Like, grovel a bit for me to come be present at your party.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge that was something that you just said. Like, shut your whore mouth.
Like, I don't mean to say I'm a big deal, but like, it's the block party. Come on, it's not a block party without me. Come on, I'm the renter.
But this is the weird thing, is because like I would have gone to that, but on the day-to-day basis, if I see any of our neighbors, I'll literally hide. Like, I just don't like
Fine,
if I
we'll
can
go
prepare,
this year.
If I can prepare and like mentally prepare myself to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to a block party and socialize, I'll be fine. But if like I'm just walking out in the street and then a neighbor comes out and I have to make small talk, it's like my worst nightmare.
Our neighbor to our, I'm gonna say our, like the one just right outside our door, I guess the closer ones with the dog.
Yeah.
He's really nice. She's really nice, but she's had a lot of surgeries. Mm-hmm. And I get the sense that she's still recovering, so she's been on pills. Like, I'm talking like, I think she's had like 3 or 4 surgeries in the last like 2 years. So she's like genuinely been on like a lot of painkillers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I see her, it's like, she's just a little like, hey, how's it going? Oh my God. And then I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. And then within 2 seconds, she's telling me about like how like their like family's struggling because of their like granddaughter who's got a mental illness stuff.
No,
and I'm like, oh, like, I don't know what to say to you.
But that's the thing that, like, for me, like, they are super nice.
They are.
But I don't want to say I have a difficult time, like, talking that deeply with people, but, like, if I don't know someone, I don't want to get into that kind of conversation with them. It just makes me feel really uncomfortable, which is why I don't talk to, like I hate making conversation with the neighbors, because like something will come up like that and I'm just like, yeah, like that's crazy. Like I don't know what to say in that situation. Like when you're telling me about like this super personal stuff going on in your life, I'm like, sure. Like,
yeah, like I don't know. I suck because I'm always chatty.
You can just talk.
But the thing is though, like, I don't mind chatting with people when they're like, it's just kind of like base level. So you like run into like, hey, how's it going? Stuff like that. But the problem is a lot of people then like will like kind of like do too much where I'm like not comfortable with it. They'll be like, so like, oh, like they start asking more personal questions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like I was cool when you're like, oh, what kind of dog do you have? Oh, that's cool. And then like, I don't know, they're like, oh, you walk your dog all the time? Yeah. Or like, oh, you're going to soccer? Yeah, like something like that. But when they like then keep asking questions, I get uncomfortable because I'm like, I shouldn't even say uncomfortable. I just don't really want to waste my time getting to know you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be a dick.
Yeah.
But like I have enough people with my work that are clients that are like people that I like listen to because I have to. And I don't mean that like I gladly do it for them.
Yeah.
But like those people fill that space of people that I like have to like connect with.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to connect with people that I don't like or like don't want to, because I have like I want to spend time with you or my other friends. So then all of a sudden when you have these like rando people that are like that and they take up like the one neighbor down the street, the one with that crazy dog, you know, it's like all poofy.
Oh, the Akita? Yeah.
That guy, no, it's not the Akita. It's the gray and black dog, right?
The like puffball one.
Yeah, the puffball one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude, he like was like talking to me so much. And I just literally had to like slowly start not talking to him and just being like this and like kind of staying away, because like he would just talk to me for like 25-30 minutes every time I see him. So I'm trying to walk Nuo. First off, I want to enjoy my hour with Nuo. I want to enjoy my walk. I want her to get an actual walk. And then I run into that guy and it's 25 minutes of him just kind of like being like, oh yeah, like, oh, you're a massage today? Oh, cool. Yeah, like, yeah, my kids are older. Oh yeah, I used to do that. And I'm like, I don't want to be a dick because you're not a mean. Like, and I'm, you know what? In a different life, I'm sure we would have got along. But like, I don't want to talk to you, dude.
Yeah. I just don't think that I have like the patience to even entertain it. Like it's no shock that I'm not a very patient person, and when someone just keeps like talking at me and I'm trying to do something, I'm like, just leave me alone. Like literally just go away from me right now.
Excuse me. Okay, so I want to so we didn't even make it out of the weekend. We were just talking about our weekend.
Yeah, we were just riffing there.
Yeah,
I've got some topics.
Okay, yeah, cool, because I'm down to keep riffing, but I was just saying if there's stuff.
I do actually have game changer for me. I have a more deep one.
Sweet.
I have a deep topic.
Let's do it. I won't goof.
So here's something that I've just like really been thinking about. When I say recently, I would say for maybe like the past close to a year, I've just kind of been pondering this, and I've never put like so much thought into it that it's bothered me, but I thought it would just be an interesting question / statement. So you see, like, a lot now, or I saw anyway before I came off social media. You would see all these things about, like, manifestation, and be like, oh, if you will something into existence, then it will happen. And I can get on board with that, because I do believe, like, it's about how you think and how you perceive, and that will, like, direct your life. So I do have a belief in that. Like, if you want something to happen, then it will. But here's the interesting thing, is, like, what's the difference between that trend of, like, manifestation, vision boarding, like, make what you want happen because you visualize it? What's the difference between that and prayer?
Yeah, well, that's a really good thought. It's funny you say that, because I've been thinking that exact same thing lately, but more via meditation to prayer. But I don't think there's a difference. And the reason I say that is, like, I don't want to be blasphemous or disrespectful to religious people, but I think the difference between manifestation, prayer, and meditation is they're different because of, like, the literal physical act of what you like meditation. Let's say you're, like, sitting upright, breathing in and out, trying to find stillness, versus praying is you're praying to God, versus manifestation is you're, like, really, like, focusing. You're like true manifestation is, like, you're focusing and, like, trying to make something happen. I think they're all the same thing. They're all different, literally, but they're all the same thing. And for me, I just, that's the thing that I keep coming back to. Is there's no, like, religion. I don't know, like, when I say I don't believe in religion, I'm not referring to, like, did Jesus happen? I can respect the faith, okay? I don't believe that specifically. But I get the idea of the faith, and it lines up very similar to what I believe is, like, what I'd call spirituality or whatever, okay? But religion itself is, again, this is going to upset some people. It's like you're getting, like, a high class tax break because you're a religion. Like, let's say you called it an ideology, which it is. Religions are ideologies. But ideologies gets taxed. Ideologies get a tax. Cults have ideologies. You can't say shit about religions. You can't attack religion.
I just think religion is a more organized version of an ideology.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's literally what this is. Organization is people in the know that know how to do, like, business, basically.
Right. So, yeah. So anyhow, like, to get to you back to, like, what your question was, like, yes, I think they are the same thing.
Yeah. And that's what got me thinking, is, like, all of those things that you said, like, manifestation, religion, manifestation. Or did I say manifestation twice?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
All of those things, the second one.
All of those things that you said, I think, though they're expressed in different ways, the general consensus is you're willing something bigger than yourself to assist you in getting to where you want to be. Like you're praying to God, like, let me be at this place. You're manifesting, like, let me visualize myself at this place. And when you're meditating, you're like, okay, let me, like, calm myself to a point where I can get to this place. It's all about the place that you're getting to and trusting something else to get you there. Which and I don't think that's, like, a negative thing at all, because I think that does will you and motivate you to do the things necessary to get to that place. But the belief that something bigger than you is assisting you on the way, I think, is a really important part of it. And I believe in that though. Like I believe in like if you do want something for yourself, like if you really like truly are, and I'm gonna like put this in air quotations, like wishing for that, then I think good things will happen if you're really working towards it. Like I really do think that. But is that, you know, the ability to clear your mind and search for that yourself? Is the ability to like visualize that for yourself in the future? Or is it the ability to like trusting God to get you there? You know, those are all just like the same concept to me, but people expressing it in different ways.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like that, like God to me is everything. Like yeah. It's, I don't like, so let's say the Big Bang's real. Mm-hmm. Whatever made the snap that caused the Big Bang, yeah, that's God. Everything is like literally everything is God. It's like I can't remember what it's called, but I don't perceive God to be an active thing that's like a conscious being that's like, yeah, I'm this. But so like, let's say God, and then you have the people that meditate. They're trying to find stillness. Yeah. Okay. And they're trying to like they're like trying to calm their mind to be one with the universe. Mm-hmm. I think God and that stillness of mind that makes you the universe is the same thing. Yeah. And then I think, what was the other one? Manifestation. You're basically sitting there saying like, I can control the universe, like mm-hmm. with whatever, like if I truly believe it and I take X and Y steps, I can make this happen. That is
the same concept.
The same thing as God, yeah. Or the same. So I agree with you. Believing in something. So it's funny you say this because I've been meditating a lot now, and yeah, once you get back, I'm going to do that meditation thing, and I'm so excited to do it because I don't know. I've had twice now where my phone is janky as fuck. Yeah, it's my fault, but I'll put on the timer because mm-hmm. I've been doing 3 to 5 minute meditations. Yeah. I did one 12-minute meditation, and then twice I went for 38 minutes because I thought that the timer was set for like 3 minutes. Yeah. And
it was set for 30.
No, I just was like eventually like, this seems absurd that this is 3 minutes. And then I looked down and I was like, oh shit, like I went like way over. Yeah.
Just slightly.
And I don't know. First off, I think I understand why you do meditation now, mm-hmm. because for someone like me, and I think this isn't just specifically to me, but I think like me especially, mm-hmm. was my brain has like a million thoughts all the time, mm-hmm. and what I think it is like what I've started to like realize is, picture it as like in your brain you have like all these like, the thoughts are like the sentences of what you're thinking, mm-hmm. right? And they're like bouncing around like crazily mm-hmm. in your head everywhere. But those sentences and thoughts, they just come into your head out of nowhere. Like it might be because you pass a TV and you do, but like they get in there, and some of them just keep replaying over and over and over in loops and loops and loops and loops and loops. And you then like obsess about those things. Mm-hmm. And so what I figured out with meditation is, it's like I'm taking like tweezers and I'm able to pinch them. And then those things that are these like obsessive thoughts that I thought were like, yo, like this, that, let's say for example, like soccer, mm-hmm. like soccer before the games, normally for like the whole week, I'd be like so stressed out and anxious, just nonstop thinking of it. And I always was perceiving that as like, it's a good thing you're in the zone. Right. Yeah. But then now that I've been meditating more, I haven't had that anxiety, like showing up to our game. Yeah. I was nervous because it was a big game, but it was like this like rational calm. I hadn't been obsessing about it all week. I was excited, but all this stuff. Yeah. And I attribute it to, I was able to get these like thoughts of soccer out of my head because they weren't good. You think they are, but they're not. And then but that's just soccer. I've been doing it for a lot of stuff. And so
I think it's just like clearing your head. Yeah. That's what it is. It's like being able to sit down and really like clear all the thoughts out your brain and just accept like what's going on right now. And then you're like, okay, I've got this coming. Like I've got this game. It's gonna be what it is, as long as I do my best. And then you can like really narrow down, like, it's like filtering down your thoughts. Like, you can compress all of these thoughts you have into soccer about, like, okay, we're just gonna go out and do the absolute best we can, and that's all we can do.
Well, you know
what I mean? Like, yeah. And then you're not like stressing, oh, if this happens,
or like things like this though. Like, I'd be like you're just going to play soccer against some dudes that are 2 years older than you. Mm-hmm. Like, they're older than you. Like, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
And then it like you're like. And then I'd breathe. But the thing is, I'd be thinking about the soccer, and then I'd be like breathing, and I'd be like, stop thinking about the soccer. It's just for fun. And that's like the self-analyzing, the thought. You think of like, why does this keep coming up? You think about it. Yeah. And then once you figure that out, you take a deep breath, you start thinking about your breathing, and then it's just gone.
Yeah. And then that's the thing is like, it's the same thing as going to fucking therapy. It's like, you learn to, like, acknowledge the thought that you're having, like, let it happen, and then be like, okay, but like, that doesn't need to happen again because I've justified it with this reasoning. You know what I mean? It's just becoming self-aware and like knowing.
A thing that I want to, I'm gonna say it here first on the show. I'm doing my own research, and I think I want to do a meditation weekend, like lead one.
Yeah, you said that.
But I have to like do it first and figure it out. But I think it'd be a really cool thing.
Yeah, for sure.
To do. And yeah, I'd like to do that. And another thing I'm interested in that I'm gonna, I think, eventually get a book on. Not now because I have so many.
So many books.
So many. But like, once I'm done with my books that I have now, I think I'm going to get a book on hypnosis.
You going to hypnotize me?
Do you want to be hypnotized?
I'll be your guinea pig.
Okay. I mean, I would do it to myself too, because I think like I just, along the vein of what I was just talking about with meditation.
Yeah.
So I think our brain is just a legitimate meat computer, like a high-end meat computer.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think like what meditation does is, let's say it's like you're clearing all the caches. Yeah. I think, is that what it is? The cookies and caches. Okay. Yeah. So let's think that's what meditation is. I think that hypnosis is doing the, like, I don't know what it actually is, but like hold Control Alt Delete F2, and then you go into like the back end of the computer, and it's all blue screen, and you're actually like on the back. Coding. Coding. I feel like that might be what hypnosis is, and I just want to look into it and see. Baby. Yeah, let's do it. I think it'd be fun. Like I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't be like, Neve, you now can fight bears, or like do a backflip.
Oh, well, no, I trust you to kind of stay within reason, babe.
Like, Neve, you're Russian. You're like, hello, I'm not Russian. No.
But
no, I think it'd be just a fun thing just to look into, because I'm interested in psychology and all that. But I think that's the kind of psychology I'm interested in.
Yeah, I think it would be like fun to try for sure. Yeah. Just don't make me like kill anyone.
No, I'll make you a lizard woman.
You're gonna be an assassin now.
I'll be like, anytime someone sneezes, you turn into a lizard.
I could totally do the whole Kill Bill thing though. You could hypnotize me into being this like crazy world assassin, and I would just go and be like, cha cha cha.
You have the tattoos. You'd be like, this is my list. And they'll be like, she tattooed it on her back. I tattooed
it on my back. And some Japanese person is like, wait, isn't this the list from Kill Bill? Like,
okay, babe.
Yeah.
So real talk here. So LFC is pretty much going to win the league this year.
Cool.
Where should I get my You'll Never Walk Alone tattoo?
I don't know. Where did you want it?
Well, I was going to get it on the back of my calf.
Well, I mean, I thought you were going to get Juliet's name first. But you do you.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get Juliet's name, to be honest.
You don't want to get it?
Well, like, I don't know where I'd get it.
Okay.
I don't know where I'd get it. Like, maybe the back of my hamstring.
I thought you wanted it on your chest.
That's the thing.
That's what you were saying to me.
No, I know, but I don't want it. Like, after, I kind of wanted to beat up Cody Rhodes after his tattoo for a bit, to be honest. So I feel like if I want to beat up Cody Rhodes, then I can guarantee I'll want to beat myself up one day.
Okay.
Would it be weird if I got on the back of my hamstring?
What, Juliet's name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be weird. I think you could get LFC on the back of your hamstring if that's where you wanted it, but it's also your body. It's up to you.
Yeah, well, because my thought was maybe I'll get You'll Never Walk Alone on either the back of my hamstring.
Yeah.
Up here. Because I like my tattoos being higher up like that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And
I get it. Like when them super, like...
Exposed,
yeah. Exposed. So, I get that. That would be ouchy.
Why?
On the back of your hamstring?
Yeah, but I'm not a coward, though. Okay, don't look at me like that. I hurt my feelings. You looked at me so mean.
No. I know, but like... you haven't had a lot of tattoos, and the tattoo that you do have like is in a very like chill spot.
Quad is the harshest spot. They say the only thing worse than the quad is just being murdered.
Oh really?
Yeah, they go murder and then the quad.
What,
tattoo.
Gunshot to the gut murdered or
no, like ripped to
seppuku?
Pieces. No, yeah, seppuku.
Seppuku kind of murder
from your lover, but you didn't know it was coming.
They don't even chop off your head, they just let you bleed out.
They go all second. It's like getting seppuku, and then your second goes, I won't second you after you've started.
That's brutal.
Should we explain what that is for the people that don't know?
I think everyone knows what seppuku is, no?
Harry Carey, the samurai. Okay, this is what I didn't know about
Harry Carey?
Isn't that what it's called? I'm pretty sure like the North Americans called it Harry Carey when they'd do seppuku.
I don't know if that's a fact or not. Don't fact check us.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? When we make our first $100, 90 of it'll go towards merch, like mugs and hats. I think just mugs, because we just one merch, which will be mugs, and the other $10 will be to getting an audio guy that can fact check. That'll be his year's salary. Is just he comes with the computer.
I mean, we both have phones.
No, but we're busy entertaining.
We're busy doing stuff.
We're busy entertaining. Neve, would you be upset if we went to video?
Yeah.
Why?
I just don't feel the need for it. I think podcasts are better than videos. Like what are people gonna just like watch us sitting on the sofa for 2 hours while we talk? Yeah. Like I just don't really see the point in it for podcasts.
All right, that's fine. We won't do it on Pancake, but I am eventually gonna do on my new segment. It'll be video.
Okay, that's
cool.
Fine.
Like, that's cool. That's why I asked you. Yeah, that's why I asked you.
I just don't care to be out there on video.
That's fair. That's why I asked. Mm-hmm. Should I do a little drop for my new pod segment?
Well, I feel like you're gonna.
All right, well, I guess I will since you twisted my arm. Yeah, so I'm excited to announce Let's Talk has officially ended after 3 or 4 episodes of Let's Talk, which is just basically me with no one else not basically without you or Dax.
Yeah.
That's Let's Talk, so it's just me hosting. It was always just a preliminary name. I was thinking of going about something about yakking, because my dad, one of his like favorite things he'd always say was, I just like to yak with people.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of calling it like yakety yak or something, but I couldn't figure it out. Yeah. Let's yak or something. And I was like, so anyhow, I decided on, here we go.
Don't big it up too much.
Poor and Famous.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the reason I went with that is because I thought of it, and like, you hear people talk about and they're like, the fame's not all you want it to be. Like, I'd rather be like rich and anonymous, or like, I trade in all this fame and money to be able to get a coffee without anyone knowing me, like all that stuff. I think those are lies that famous people say. I think money might be overrated. So the rich part might be, but the fame, that's what I want. And I want to be able to... You
want just the fame?
Just the fame. Like, I want people to be like, fuck that asshole flying this private jet. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm broke. like that's the kind of fame I want. So anyhow, check out. It'll be dropping soon. We'll have episodes of porn famous. I'd say it leans heavy into the comedy. That's all I'm gonna say. Porn famous. Check it
out. Okay, plug porn famous.
Hashtag
plug porn famous.
Yeah. Anyhow, sorry about that.
Let me plug this real quick.
Oh, yeah, I just had to do a little.
Sorry, just got to do a little plug. Do you have any topics? I did a topic first this week.
I
topic.
Put on to yeah, no, I swear I had one, but it didn't upload, which sucks.
Okay, cool. I guess that's the end of the pod then, everybody.
Okay, no, I have a question for you. This isn't from there, but okay. I'm just gonna bust a new one out here. Okay, so do you think you go through your life as like you're more like robotically going through it day to day, or do you think you're pretty like in the moment looking around? And what I mean by that is like things like, for example, in the morning you wake up and you're tired. Mm-hmm. Do you think more often than not when you're driving to work on those tired days and you've been up for like 20 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, do you remember checking everything? Like, are you really awake, or are you kind of like autopiloting there? Okay, I'm gonna do a few and then before you answer, okay? Things like, do you always take the exact same routes doing things? So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like let's say your Monday to Friday is the exact same work week. Do you 100% of the time do the exact same path to and from work? If there's a stop sign, or if there's a crosswalk and there's a crossing sign that says like don't walk, and then it turns to walk, do you just walk into the street, or do you look both ways to make sure there's no cars coming, or do you just trust the little man, or the vice versa of that? If it says stop and you're standing in the middle of Lonsdale and you look left and right and there's no cars and it's 7 a.m, do you cross the street, or do you still wait for the little walk man to do things? So stuff like that, like just little things. Are you like in the moment actually living them, or are you more on autopilot? There's no right or wrong.
Yeah. So I'd for sure like to think that I'm living for the day. But in that as well, like there are certain things that are just kind of like second nature, like automatic, right? Like I know in the morning, like we have our morning routine is Derek wakes me up and I get really grumpy at him.
Like really grumpy.
like really grumpy. I'm just like
shitty morning person.
A really shitty morning person. Like a really, really shitty morning person. And I'll hold my hands up and say that is a fault of mine that I really wish I could improve. But when I just wake up in the morning, like I just think fuck the world.
She literally yells at you. Like literally.
I didn't yell at you.
Yes, you did. I was like, Neve, wake up, and you're like, I had the worst fucking sleep. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going back. And I was like, no, you got to wake up. You're just like, I'm going back to sleep. And I was like, okay. And then you're so grumpy the whole morning. And then when I get home, I was like, hey, sorry. Like, I know you had a shitty sleep. I was just trying to get you up. And you were like, oh no, I was just waking up. I was like, what?
But that's like, and I wish I could change that about myself, but I literally don't know a way to change that.
Okay, that's besides the point. Let's get back to the question, though.
And to be fair, this morning I was like sleeping, and then out of nowhere, you didn't even give me warning. Like even when it's just me and Juliet in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna turn the bright lights on now, and then I put the lights on. And this morning I was just like shriveled up in bed, like coming to, and you're just like, bang, bright lights, and I was like, what the fuck?
I don't feel bad
about
this.
Like fucking like that's what torture chambers are. Like you just waking up and someone turning a bright light on. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's how they got Bin Laden.
That's how they got him.
They just turned a really bright light on when he was waking up, and he was like,
they
okay,
captured terrorists, put them in a room, and then they're like, we'll get them up real early, turn the lights on, and they'll bend at our will.
I'm pretty sure that's how they did it.
They're like, why didn't we start with that instead of cutting off all their toes?
Anyway, so I'm just really not a morning person, but by the time that like you've gone to work and by the time I get to Juliet's daycare, I'm like ready to kind of like interact with people. So it's just you that gets like that really horrible side in the mornings.
I'm glad that answered the question.
And then, but by the time I do that, like I'll drop Juliet off, I'll go to work, and I normally work for like an hour and a half, and then I'll go get a coffee. So like I have my routine that I do, and I'm very particular about my routine because of who I am as a person. I'm a control freak, if anyone didn't know that, like massively. So I like to have the routine, but at the same time, like I'm living my day for the moments that I get, and whether that's like, you know, having like a funny joke with someone at work, or like I get home and me and Juliet hang out and we do something. Like yesterday when we got home, I decided that I thought it'd be a really fun idea to have like this sensory thing for Juliet, and I put this fucking quinoa. I was like, well, it's you know, it's safe if she puts it in her mouth, it's not a big deal because it's food. So I was like, yeah, let her play with that, it's a fun texture. And it was just the fucking messiest situation. Like there was just this quinoa all over the floors everywhere, and I was like, that was probably a stupid idea to try and do that. But while she was playing with it, she had so much fun for like 10 minutes when we were playing together. And I'm like, moments like that are the moments that I live for, you know? Like I live for when I come home and I do this, I cook you a nice meal and I get to watch you enjoy it. You know, that's like a really nice thing for me to just have those moments. So in terms of, am I on autopilot? I don't think so, but I definitely do have parts of my routine that I really like to stick to. Otherwise I get thrown off.
Okay, well, here's what I remember what I wrote down that didn't upload. I feel like I wrote a poem about this.
Yeah.
I feel like everything in time. Remember, you know, I've been talking about time speeding up and all that stuff. That might be the facts of it. I'm not like, you know me, I'm kind of like never married to what I say because I kind of keep changing what I think.
Changing is part of
so, but condition. I think I might be on the right page for this like time speeding up thing. But what I'm also realizing is like, you know, the whole idea of what's it called? The like simulation, like we're all simulation or we're projection, all that stuff. Yeah. I feel like that might more and more be true. And the reason I think that is, and it's like a high end simulation. And I think the reason it's starting to make more sense and become apparent is because before now we were always stuck in time and we were stuck in the reality we were in. But now because of the technology we have, specifically screens and the ability to like understand projections and how like that works with the brain. Yeah. I feel like we're kind of separating from reality a bit. I shouldn't say separating. I don't mean it in a way of like where you're like losing your mind. I feel like we're separating from reality in the sense of like, because we understand more, we can understand what reality is. Okay. And so that question I was asking you kind of pertains to that. 'Cause like, I understand what you're saying and I agree with you. I think everyone's consciously doing stuff, but every single thing you said kind of pertained more towards moments. So it'd be like, like for example, a weird thing to do is put in headphones and walk, or go in a car with music on and drive a distance, because you cover all the space, but you're kind of just sitting there and you're like driving and you're like transporting. And it's in essence, like if you think of it, if you drive somewhere or walk alone, you have like your headphones on or music and stuff, time kind of passes differently. Right. Yeah. And I feel like those are like moments in between where you're just kind of like loading, and it's like, I don't know. I just feel like the idea of where us being more robotic than we think makes more sense. And like what I'd say to people at home is start tracking what you do like next week. So that you hear this tomorrow, Friday, So I want you from Monday to Friday of next week. So basically when you hear this next, okay, because the weekend's such a wild card, do your normal routine for the first 3 days, and then the last 2 days try and break it. And what I mean is, let's say you drive down Pemberton, don't go that way. Just go a different way. Even if it's 2 blocks different twice, just try and change your routine. And what I'm saying why you should do that is realize how many things you robotically do the same all the time. Which to me means more like the idea of a simulation makes sense.
I mean...
Or a projection.
I get what you're trying to say, but my personal opinion is I don't really see the point in putting thought into that. Like, and I don't mean that in like an offensive way towards you. I'm just saying, like, if it really matters that you go the same route to work every day, like, as long as you get like the special moments, like, what does it matter? Like, why change that? What's the point?
Yeah, I mean, that's very fair. Yeah, like, what, it doesn't matter. You're right. Yeah. Like, I don't think it does, but I actually do think it's a good exercise in why does it matter? Because what you'll start to do is you'll start to pay attention to more what you're doing, and you'll just be more conscious of what you're doing in the moment. So that's the whole point of it. And like, and I've done this, like I put it into practice, and things I can say is like what it's done for me is, so for example, when I go on my walks with Nuo, I used to always walk with 2 headphones in. Yeah. I would call someone and then I'd have a podcast on. Yeah. And then it went down to 1 headphone. I would call my mom or one other person, and then I'd listen to my podcast. Yeah. Or I'd just listen to the podcast. And now I call someone, listen to a bit of a podcast, and I then take it out. And the rest of the time I'm doing that walk, I'm actually like looking around, and I'm actually just enjoying the nature of it and enjoying being with Nuo. Yeah. And it's all based off of that thought was I was paying attention. I was like, how often do I just go walk this forest and I never pay attention because I'm kind of in this like zone of like passing. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if the simulation's real. What it does is it just makes you more mindful of what you're doing. Yeah. And I think it makes you appreciate it in a good way. So even if you're like, even if you do, you're like, oh, you know what? I actually really liked how when I go past this place, there's a cool building. And if that's all it does, then I think that's worth it.
Yes. And like, I get where you are. I just don't relate to it.
That's fair. Yeah.
I understand like what you're going for, and I completely understand that concept, but I just like,
not for you.
No. It's not even that it's not for me. It's just that like I already, like, to be fair, I don't go out with Nuo as much as you do. You walk her pretty much every single fucking day. Yeah. And I'll
Minus
do it like I'll do it like when I can, but it's also just like convenience wise, it's not always there. But
you take care of a baby all the time. You take care of a baby all the time.
Yeah. But like when I do go out with Nuo, or I do go outside with the baby, and we're like going somewhere, if I'm like actively going somewhere, like I'm really appreciating that like time out and around me. I feel like I zone out more when I'm just like hanging out at home and there's nothing to do. Like when you're out at soccer practice or something, that's when I'm on my autopilot mode. And I don't feel like that. To me, I'm like, I'm fine with that, because what else am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there's like the baby's in bed, like I'm just sitting here like zoning out, and I'm cool with that because that's my time to do that. But I don't feel like I do that when I'm like, even when I drive to and from work, I have Juliet in the car with me, and I talk to her and I sing to her, and like I don't feel like I'm zoned out of the moment. I feel like I'm like, even though we'll do the same thing, I'll pick her up and I'll be like, hey, do you want a cracker? Hey, do you want me to sing to you in the car? Like, I do that every time, but I'm still like tuned into that moment. So it doesn't.
That's good then.
Yeah, I don't feel the same way about those kind of situations. So that's why I can't relate. It's not that I don't believe in what you're saying.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that was just, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's like meditation's been really nice. I've really enjoyed it. I'm having fun with it. But it is a interesting thing of, oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting thing of like, it kind of reminds me of fast traveling in real life, like in video games. If you fast travel, you skip a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
and
I get what you mean.
Yeah. Anyhow, it was just a thought. Yeah. How are you feeling? Do you want to hit up the buy and sells and all that?
No, I feel like we need to do like a light topic.
Okay.
We've been pretty heavy tonight.
We could do a light topic like person of the week. Okay. I'll take that silence as a yes. We're doing person of the week. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. They're the person of the week. Okay, yours was Zach and mine was Riley. Mm-hmm. Who's yours this week?
This one's a kind of like off the wall one, super random, like someone that I don't know super well. But basically I'm going to a bachelorette party next week, which I'm super stoked about. Like, I'm so hyped to go. And I think the person that is going to be my person of the week is the person that planned that, which is Jasmine. Yeah, you've met Jasmine a couple times. You remember Jasmine?
No.
So Jasmine
no disrespect, Jasmine. I just don't remember you.
Jasmine is Rachel's friend. She came to the lacrosse with us.
Okay.
And then I've hung out with her and Rachel like a couple times. She's just like, she's a really nice person to be around in general. She's just like, every time I've hung out with her, we were with her on Rachel's birthday as well.
Okay.
And she's just fun, but as well, like, I can just tell she really cares about Rachel because all of the organizing she's done for this bachelorette. I'm like, dude, maybe I should get her to organize like a party for me or something, because like she's organized. That good. She's like hella on the organization of everything.
Awesome. That's what you need.
Yeah, she gave us like a whole little like schedule of stuff that we're doing and times and little pictures to go along with it. It was so cute.
That's awesome.
And then she did these little like mood boards of outfits, and I don't know if it's just because like I've never been a super girly girl, and like my friends, we don't really do that kind of stuff.
You're English.
But, like, yeah, but she created this little like mood board of like shades we need to wear for certain stuff, and I'm like, holy, that's fancy. That's awesome.
Are you gonna do that for Neve's?
But it's perfect because like she basically planned out all my outfits, so I didn't have to actually think about it. I just got what I needed to get.
You should cherry pick that for Neve's.
Yeah, well, no, Neve, that's not the type of person that Neve is.
Okay.
But it's a really fun and different thing for me, and I think she deserves like real props for doing what she did there.
Shout out Jasmine. You go, girl. You go, girl.
You go, Glen Coco.
Hey, Jasmine. You go, Glen Coco. You go. Okay. Well, I can't redo Riley's my person of the week, but I did have a really fun time potting with Riley, so I'd recommend people check that out. My person of the week.
Person of the week.
A person of the week. Honestly, my person of the week this week. Oh, this one's going to be tacky.
What?
You're my person of the week.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Am I actually?
Yeah.
Woo woo.
I mean, it was my birthday, and
person of the week.
You got me good.
Was it the pot pies?
Yeah. You did a good birthday. Like, everything was awesome. And like, to be fair, we were supposed to go out tomorrow, but we couldn't get a babysitter. But then Connor did offer to babysit after I invited everyone. He was like, if you guys want to go out, I can go, but I would rather we do something here.
Yeah. And I think that'd be really fun.
And I'd just rather play some board games and hang with everyone here. But I mean, all the gifts you got me were great. My birthday was special. And those pot pies were ridiculous. Like, I don't want to undermine like how good my birthday was and all the stuff you did for me. It was really sweet. but like that's how good the pot pies were. You got person of the week. That's crazy. I think we can both agree that's a little crazy.
Those to be fair, those pot pies were buzzing.
Yeah, like I wish I could have one now to rub on myself. I mean,
we've eaten 6 in the last 2 days.
Yeah, yeah, like maybe we should do some
nice pot
like
pies.
if you'll hear like some dirty sounds one night. It's 3 a.m. You hear Derek and Neve. You come in, you're like, what are those dirty hounds doing? And it's just like, us making pot pies. No, making them. We're like, yeah, put that pastry in the oven. And they put more stuff in there. You're like, yeah, stuff it up.
Honestly, like, those pot pies were next level. There's no denying. I was so proud. I sent a picture to my mom. I was like, Mom, look at this pie.
Yeah, they looked good too. But anyhow, you were my person of the week, so thank you.
Thank you.
It wasn't just the pot pies, but they helped a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so buy of the week for me was my goal.
Yes.
And yours was nice week, good times at work and weather. Oh yeah, the weather was really nice last week.
It was so nice, and then it fucked it for your fucking game.
Yeah. My buy of the week is 35. It's alright.
It's alright. How does it feel being 35?
Yeah, it's fine, honestly.
You're a good-looking 35-year-old, though.
Thank you. Thanks. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to sound like cocky or anything, but like I work out a lot, and so
you look after yourself.
Yeah, I look after myself, so it's not like a thing of like I still get aches and pains and stuff, and I guess
doesn't?
Who doesn't? And like the one thing I notice is like there's some like things like my right foot, like after I play soccer games, the next day I can almost guarantee I'll wake up with like my foot's kind of locked up and I'll limp, but like it goes away, and I don't know. I feel like I'm in my prime versus I'm going downhill.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, 35 is not bad.
Yeah, old man.
Yeah, the one thing
Do you need a cane for your birthday? I should have got you a cane.
The one thing I will say is, shut up. Wait till 36 for the cane. The one thing I will say that's dope is like I'm starting to just get thicker. Because as a man, like you get like this is okay.
He's thick.
I don't mean to be mean to the people that don't work out, but like the game's a little different. I've spent literally my entire life working out. Like I snuck into gyms when I was underage, right? So
oh, cool. Oh, you're so cool.
Thank you.
I snuck into clubs when I was underage because I was actually cool. You sneaking into gyms? Fucking lame.
Who's still going to the gym? Who's still going to the club?
Neither of us.
I go to the gym. I gym all the time. The only reason I haven't gym is because we're supposed to be working out. What are you talking about? I go to the gym all the time.
Yeah, I gym all the time, bro.
Anyhow, I feel like in your 40s you get a lot like thicker. Yeah. As a man, so I'm looking.
You're just doing it early.
No, I'm just starting. I'm starting to get there. Anyhow, what's your buy of the week?
Bye. All right. My buy of the week. I got my infusion yesterday, so that was pretty dope.
That's always a good buy.
Yeah. Healthy babes. Hashtag 2025 healthy babes.
Okay, your sell of the week was tariffs, and
those damn Yanks.
And mine was pedo vans.
Oh,
both brutal.
Both brutal things.
Very different reasons. I think we can all agree the pedo van's worse, although the tariffs although the tariffs do affect more people.
That's terrible.
So like one of them like clearly is worse, but net total tariffs are worse.
Speaking of, I went to the liquor store yesterday Did you see it today when you went?
I did.
The whole of the U.S. Wine shelf, which was like a huge shelf in the liquor store, is just all like blacked out. There's nothing there. Can't get no more U.S. wine, which I'm not like too bothered about because U.S. wine is kind of trash. So, apart from the California shit, that's good.
But I just don't personally. I just think it's really weak. I think the whole tariffs are weak.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a little dumb because like, wait, does it cost us more? This is what I can't figure out. Does it cost? Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yes.
No, yeah, okay.
That's what it is. It costs us more to get their alcohol.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind, even if our shit was shittier. I don't mind getting it, but I think that all of Canada's products are good. Like we can make whiskey and we can make wine and all that stuff. Like, why
and that's
wouldn't
the thing. Like, we have the stuff to do that. It's not like if they were doing tariffs from Mexico, then I'd get pissed because it would affect tequila. But right now, I'm like, peh. like, what do we get from the U.S. really?
Like, I just wish this was a thing that wasn't with the negative connotation of we're in a trade war. Like, I wish we were like, yo, we should just buy more Canadian, and it's not under the thing of like, yo, fucking America and Donald Trump and this tariff war. Like, I just wish that was like what we wanted to do. And I'm not saying it can't go to that.
Yeah.
I just like it's I don't know. I
think in a way, like, it's putting a push on Canadian made stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, like, that's a, you know, it's not a terrible thing for us, but it is in the way of, like, we are in a trade war, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. But at the end of the day, like, especially coming from the UK, and especially where I grew up in farmlands. So there was, like, a huge thing on buying local, and, like, you get your meat from the local butcher who's got it from a farm that morning, you know, that's always, like, pushed heavy as, like, oh, this is the best stuff because it's local. And it's not that they didn't have that as much here. It was just, like, you didn't know. And now when you go into the grocery store, everything has this, like proud to be that's Canadian so label. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Because I didn't know that half the stuff that I already got was Canadian.
Like, yeah, like, and then also the stuff that you get that's American, like,
is shit.
but it's shit / the only reason I got it is because just, I guess, like, sure, it was ignorant of me, but you just kind of assume the stuff on the shelf, you just get it, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say Heinz. I don't know if Heinz is like,
Heinz is UK.
Okay, let's just pretend it's an American thing.
England.
Let's say it's like, oh, Heinz ketchup. If you just stopped selling Heinz and just had a Canadian brand of that, and it was still good, it obviously has to be good enough, like, quality wise. It doesn't have to be Heinz, but like good enough. No one would care.
Yeah.
The only time I think people care is if the product's shitty. So let's say Heinz is this American ketchup and everyone else makes ass ketchup. Like, it doesn't taste anything like it. Then I can understand why you're like, well, let's bring in the American ketchup or but if you can make it here and it's of quality, it doesn't have to be the same, but of quality, it's like, why are we bringing it in then?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope this isn't a political thing. I'm just trying to say, like, it's, yeah.
But I think that, like in general, like, a lot of stuff that you actually see in Canadian markets does come from Canada, but you just weren't aware of it. Like, I bought the same stuff that I would usually buy, and it just happened to have a, like, proud to be Canadian sticker on it. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, that's awesome that you know that. But the shit that's coming from America is shit like fucking Fruit Loops. And like, I don't know, just shitty fucking processed American crap. Like, it's not, maybe your McDonald's will go up in price. Like, who gives a fuck? Like,
yeah, I don't know, it's just so, like, I'm a proud Canadian. Like, I love Canada, and I think one of the wackest things, but it's also weird because it's you, like, in an ideal world, we should just be a global society already. Like, and I don't even mean that in a way of we're just one, like, kumbaya family. we should just more like be more like open trade, like helping each other out with things, because we do. It's like the iPhones that are made in China have their screws that come from that come to Indonesia, and they get their or they get their steel from America, who gets the raw materials from Canada, who blah blah blah. Like, it's so connected, but it's just not. So it's a weird thing of like, I really wish we were more just interconnected on like a friendly way, but it always seems like, as much as we're
that'd be the ideal.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Anyhow, so what
was my sell of the week.
Your sell of the week was the tariffs again? You didn't do a sell week.
No,
that was yours
last
week.
We started talking about tariffs.
Yeah, that was last week.
Okay. My sell of the week was Juliet beating up other kids. So today when I picked Juliet up, so I think we've talked about it on the pod before, where Juliet was giving everyone hugs in daycare, and some of the kids didn't like it, so they scratched her face. But I guess since then she's progressed from hugs to just like wrestling other kids. Well, and I don't want to put anyone at fault.
It hardened her. She got beat down, and she
came back swinging, baby.
Like, hit me once, okay? Hit me twice, you're done. You're done.
But I think the moral of the story is that Derek and I can't practice wrestling moves on Juliet / watch wrestling with her, because then she goes into daycare and wrestles the kids, and that can't be a thing that happens.
Do you think it'd be wrong if I challenged another parent to a fight?
Yes. Yes, I do think that.
No, but like I'd be like, my daughter's beating your kid up, I want to fight you.
she's this is the thing though, because like Juliet's like a little chonk as well. She's a chonker baby. She's got some heft to her, right? She's not like one of these skinny little kids. She's got some meat on her bones. And the teacher said, she was like, yeah, so she was hugging the kids, and then it kind of like turned into wrestling, and then she's like, she likes to target the small ones. And I was just like, oh no, Juliet.
No, that's good. She sounds like a gamer.
I'm like, Juliet, you can. And I had to have a conversation with her in the car, and we had a proper chat, and I was like, Juliet, like, and she can like name all of her friends at daycare, so I'm like, these people, they're all your friends, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, but you can't wrestle them, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, but mama says no wrestling, and when mama says no, you say okay, and she goes, okay. Like, you have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm just gonna like go with it and hope that she doesn't wrestle any more kids.
Well, I hope she doesn't wrestle them for their sake. But for her sake, Jay, I love you, baby. My baby girl. Okay, my sell is the loss in the finals.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's disappointing. I will say this: I'm not gonna just be ho hum on it. We did lose, so that's the sell. But like, I think it'll harden us. We got to the final. We missed. We were one goal, and
you should have won that game.
Yeah, we should have. Like, even on the website it said we were the more likely to win, and we lost. But like we were literally one goal and a penalty shot, or two penalty shots away from winning the championship for a third time and the A Cup. So I think it's good. I do. It sucks, but I think we'll learn from it. We'll be better and ready to do the double next year. Yeah. So yeah, that's my sell of the week. Anything else you want to say?
Bamboozle.
Okay. I just want to give a shout out to the final unofficial sponsor of the pod for today. Pole arms for mics. They're great.
Copyright, babe. Copyright.